Hi everybody, this is Dale. Welcome to my channel, Not Too Shabby Chic. This is hashtag Thrifty Thursday, an open collaboration started by the lovely Sherry Brown, Buckner Brown, and a lot of people are starting to join in because you know we crafters love to not only craft, but probably one of our favorite things to do is shop for crafts. So I have just a few things today that I want to share with you that I got. First, this was part of the estate sale that I show y'all stuff from here and there. And I was going through a bunch of vintage cards that I received and came across these. This is gorgeous. These are dried flowers on this card underneath plastic. Isn't that gorgeous? And it's blank. It feels like a kind of a heavy cardstock. It says Nashville, Tennessee on the back. And the envelope is like a parchmenty feeling thing. Isn't that gorgeous? And then this pretty dark orange. Look at there. Again, dried flowers. And they are absolutely beautiful. So whoever made these cards just did a beautiful job, and it's stamped Medical Specialties Inc. on the back. So I don't know if this lady's name is Rose something. I can't read it, so maybe she made them for this group. But these are so pretty, so I'm gonna scan them. They're just gorgeous. I got those. I got this wonderful book that's the perfect size for a journal, and it's the Bobbsey twins on the deep blue sea. Now I know all of you my age know who the Bobbsey twins are, right? And this book, look at the inside pages. Isn't that beautiful? This would be great for a journal. And the copyright date is originally 1918 and renewed 1946. And it's got some pencil writing on it that says a book, a book, a book, a book. So that could be erased. But there's really not any photos in the book. But I thought the cover would just be wonderful for a journal. And one page has come loose, the last page almost. And I may put this in my Etsy store and sell this because I've got so many I need to get rid of some. But this is a pretty grassy green sort of color. Then this one is adorable, and I kept holding on to it, but I'm not going to do anything with it. It says, "Let's go to the desert." When I got it, I saw the two little boys, and I thought immediately two little boys playing cowboy. And this is from a library. This too would be a good, nice journal, and it's more square. And it was from a library, so it's got discard. But these pages are nice and thick, the end pages, and the pages of the book. So it's talking about the desert, and the pages are really thick. Let's go to the desert. I love this picture, those two little boys, and he's got a turtle in his hand. And again, a great journal. Copyright date is 1949. So an old book, and it is full of pictures, and it's got little things about like what it's talking about, mountains and clouds in the desert wash, I can't pronounce that, kind of bush, and there's some more of them, an ocotillo, and there's some of the flowers on it, a palo verde, and just tells about the different plants, smoke tree, and I think eventually barrel cactus, different cacti it has in here. This is the one we're all used to seeing in the desert, the saguaro cactus. Joshua Tree. Here starts with some animals. There's lizards. Chuckawallas, a giant lizard. So there's another lizard, a horny one. It's got a horned toad, that's what he's called, but he's not a toad. Look at that thing, that's a scorpion. You ever seen one up close? Now you have. They look very dangerous. It's tarantulas, trade or pack rats, and that one's cute. I love him. He'd be great in a journal, and this one too, little mouse. Great pictures. There's another one, two of them together. There's a jumping kangaroo rat, and sometimes we also call gerbils kangaroo rats, but they're not the same. Ugh, snakes. So anyway, it's a cute book, and I'll probably put this in the Etsy store. This was gone, and then this is still there. So that's a cute book. Then from that estate sale, when I got all those photos and photo albums, Tanya with Scribbles in Time bought the majority or almost all of my photo albums, and I just kept, 5 or 6 for myself. And here's one I wanted to show you that I want to make a journal out of. Isn't this gorgeous? These are from the 1800s. And here's the clasp, and I'm sure, well, when it had all the pages in it, it just did like that to hold it closed. So the spine, I'll have it at least that wide if I do it like that. I may just glue it on the front of something, do something different. But isn't that beautiful? It's from the 1800s. This was all peeled off. That'll have to be secured if I were to keep that on. Now this was the end paper that was no longer here. And then here's the back side. I just think they're beautiful. And it's some kind of leather. So there's one I want to make something out of. And then this one still has the spine somewhat intact, but I can peel that off and use pieces of it on other things or in this book. But isn't that gorgeous? And the little thingy do is missing off of that one if I were to use it for that. And this is coming loose. And here's the back. But I love this. And inside, here's the end pages. This is coming loose a little here. You can see where it's cracking some right there. See that? So I can glue that back down if I want to. And then here's all of where the photos would have been. And these held large photos, so I will take most of these out to use in other journals. I might leave some in because of the way they're bound in here, and then sew signatures in, or I'm not sure how I'm going to do it, but isn't it gorgeous? And then you've got the little photo holders. Of course, I've got tons of the photos that I can use as well. And then this is the back page. And there you go. So that's two of this size that I kept for myself. And then I got these two books I bought from someone. And I cannot recall who it was. So if she happens to be watching, let me know. I think these two are from her. But I thought I had purchased two beautiful covers that looked the same to make a lap book, because I've never made one and I want to. And so that's what I purchased these for. So I'm not sure they're both from the same person or not. But anyway, Thrifty Thursday find. Isn't that gorgeous? Look at the design work on it. Won't that be the American Educator Encyclopedia, Volume 1. And there's the back. So this would make a beautiful, and it's come loose already. Get the inside. copyright started in 1919, and the last one appears to be 1956 for this one. And it's just, you know, an encyclopedia. It's got Africa, everything, all the A's are in here. So it's got some cool pictures, but the main reason I bought it was for the covers. Isn't that neat? So for my lap book one day that I'm going to make. This one is the same brand, the American Educator. The back and the front are gorgeous equally. So I could use actually the front and back of this as both fronts on a lap book with the spine and something else, you know, because you glue down one side so you don't see it. But isn't that beautiful? Very, very pretty. And I've got some others, and this, of course, has come loose, and you can see the embossing from the other side. And this was S's. And this was 1934. This is a little older. They weren't the same edition, which is, excuse me, that's why the covers don't look the same. Texas. All my Texas friends, was that song? All my exes live in Texas. Oop, a hiccup, sorry. Isn't that pretty? I don't know the tune of that song unless it's on. So, beautiful book. Then, this is one I got at a yard sale, I believe. Reference book, 20th Century Bookkeeping and Office Practice, 2nd edition. And it's a little bitty skinny spine, so if I wanted to make, and I may make a journal out of this because I just love it like that, old looking, and I put a new spine on it. And somebody just had a ball scribbling all over it, some little bratty kid. This says it began in 1904 and completed 1905. Bookkeeping. So this is like one of the pages is torn where you can learn about bookkeeping. Bookkeeping and accounts, and it's got to be some great pages to put in journals. What did I say the copyright date was? I didn't say. Copyright 1904, so I can and will eventually scan some of these pages to put as a journal kit in my Etsy shop. It gives you examples. So those are the kinds of pages like these that I would include as a little kit. Those two. Isn't that awesome? There's a page there I would put in, maybe this page. Just, when I first grabbed it, I thought it was a ledger book. I was all excited. That would be cool as part of the kit. So it'll have a lot of pages, and you know you can't show but 10. But there's something that'll go in. It's got for each month. So this will be a cool digital that you can purchase in my Etsy shop. For your journals, that'll go in. Anything that's got graphs and things like that, I'll have in the kit. So, love it. These old pages, and they're kind of thick. They're not real thin. So, I love the pages too. So that is that one. Cool score. Then I have this National Geographic magazine. And this is from 1935, volume 68. Hold on just a moment. Okay, I'm back. My husband was making coffee. That was a little noisy. So this is a good size book for an idea journal. If I decide to take it apart. It's really heavy the way it is. But it's in relatively good shape. Look, do you remember how that looks? It's July 1935, which July is my birth month, not 1935. So this has got several issues of National Geographic all in one book. So 1935, this is Pennsylvania. And here are some different photos. The bear with the camera. National Geographic magazine, National Geographic Society. That's springtime brings flowers and young musicians to the Capitol. So that's what the Capitol looked like in 1935. Kind of different than today, huh? Beautiful flowers, some conservatory gardens. That's cool. Look at her. This is The Queen is Crowned. Wherever this is, the laurel blooms and the Queen is crowned. It's in Stroudsburg. I like that picture. So, the Great Britain on Parade. It's got some of the old changing of the guards and the Brits. This is the balcony of the palace, the wedding of the Duke of Kent and Princess Marina of Greece. His Majesty lifts up his 4-year-old Princess Margaret Rose to see the packed crowds. Margaret Rose. Anyway, and there's Marauders of the Sea. Be cool for an ocean or a beach themed or sea creature journal. Isn't that neat? It's got just this was from October, so I guess it goes from July through the end of the year. So I've skipped a few. This is Indochina. It's talking about through here. And look at everybody on the beach. I wish I was there. A Sydney beach in Australia. How fun is that? So, this is the Last Supper, and this was Christ's entry into Jerusalem on the donkey. Beautiful pictures. There's more. Bavaria, a Bavarian town. Isn't that cool? I love the cows. So anyway, I thought that was interesting and lots of fun stuff that I might, things I can do with that. So, last but not least, my mind just went blank on her name. Huh. Her Etsy store is Mockingbird in Maine. And I cannot, my mind's just blank. Can't think of her name. But I bought a couple of journals from her. But she had these, she was destashing. And these were very inexpensive. You got all of this vintage stuff for $12. But she had different prices. So this is some real pretty green seam binding. And look at this silk ruffle. Big piece of, and I love ruffles on my pages. Piece of pretty pink lace. Love this piece of vintage. I don't know if it was a tablecloth or what. Piece of vintage lace. All of it's vintage. I love this napkin. This is like the main reason I bought it. Isn't that gorgeous with the tatting all around? So pretty. And three little quilt pieces. Another beautiful hanky that's got hand embroidered little flowers on it. And the embroidery on the edge. Here's a hanky with real pretty embroidery on it. It's a large one. These look like they were probably little napkins that were embroidered. This is a hanky. Very pretty. Another hanky, and this has a D. D for Dale. So if I make myself a journal and keep it, this will go in there. Or if someone orders one that's named a D, I could use that. This is a pretty old tea towel, I think, with hand embroidered cross-stitched things, maybe for Christmas time. Beautiful piece of blush colored lace, really wide. Love this piece of fabric. The mushrooms. Here's a little pot holder. Beautiful. And another quilt piece. Here's a bigger piece of that kind of rose color, whatever this was. I love this stuff. And then a large piece of this pink. I think it may have been a table runner. And she cut it up. But I got a pretty good sized piece of it. And it is gorgeous. So you might, I don't know if she's got any left, but you can check her out, Mockingbird in Maine, and see if she has any more of these little bundles. One of the ones I wanted was already sold, so they went pretty quickly. Mockingbird in Maine is the name of her Etsy shop. And her Facebook group, I think, is Nevermore Creations. Lindsay. There you go. I just thought of it. Lindsay. That's who did it. So, last but not least, out of that estate sale, I got this, is one of the photos that I found very interesting. So it's back during Hitler's times, during that war where Hitler was reigning, and the swastika. So look at that. There's a swastika on this photo book, little book, and I would imagine this child was in Germany, and obviously his family was part of the regime. If not, that's what they used, but it opened up. And I looked on the back, it's in a postcard format, but I don't know if this is worth a lot or not, but I was hanging on to it. He's a handsome little fella. But to have the swastika on there, I've not seen anything like that. So I was really excited about that. I'll have to try to do some research on that. So that is my Thrifty Thursday, friends. So I hope you enjoyed it, and hope your Thrifty Thursday is exciting. And if you have just a little to show or a lot to show, it doesn't matter. Just join in and put hashtag Thrifty Thursday and link Cherie's channel, which I will do below. And I'll also link Mockingbird in Maine, because that's where I got these, and so that you can check them out. I love you guys. Know you are loved, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.